Hey everybody, this lesson is going to be on a Google Drive spreadsheet, and we're going to be talking about using a formula that looks initially ugly to you, $C$1. It's right there in yellow. That's the formula under the hood in B4 in this cell right over there. And at first that looks strange to people because you haven't seen, at least some of you, the dollar symbol before. The dollar makes everything absolute. In this example, we have 1.03, and you can see the money doubles in about 24 years, which is kind of cool because if it doubles in 24 years, that 3 times 24 is 72, and that's the rule of 72. And if I change this to, say, 1.04, and you look at when it doubles in about 18 years. And again, we have the rule of 72 because 4 times 18 is 72. So a little bit of math or economics trivia is what I have in turquoise here. The rule of 72 is you multiply the percent increase times the number of years, and that generally is very close to 72. Okay? Now let's focus, if we will, on the formula that's in 2001 money. Okay, that formula is that ugly formula based upon B3 and C1 with dollar signs. And the reason for it is that if you just put the standard thing in, equals B3 times C1, and that's what many of you would have done, right, in doing this example, and then you take that and you bring it down, and notice the 104 is right. But if we take that and we drag it down for that whole column, do you see how things are wrong? Things are crazy. And when you become a detective and you look at it, that one's fine, B3 times C1, but here's the culprit. This one says B4 times C2. And you scream and say, hey, I understand why it's B4, but why'd it go to C2? It's supposed to stay on C1. And this one's even worse. It went to B5, which is good, but C3. And it went to B6 and C4. It's supposed to know that C1 is sacred. So a little joke from Bill Gates, nothing is more sacred than money. And that's why we dress up this formula with a dollar symbol in front of the letter and a dollar symbol after the letter. And by putting those dollars in there, we're declaring C1 to be a constant and to be sacred. Then if you fill down after you do that, you got yourself the kind of setup to solve this type of problem. I'll do one or two more. I'll come in and put 1.08. And now it takes about close to 9 years for the money to double. There's our rule of 72 again. And if I look under the hood of this formula, it says E5 times $C$1. That's good. This is the only one that I had to do special because I had to base it on B23, which is the one down there, because I wanted all the information to be on one screen. Okay? I hope this is clear to you, right? That you use the dollar symbol, as you see in the yellow formula, to mean that cell is a constant and is sacred. Now the truth is, there's a dollar in front of the C and a dollar after the C, and technically you don't need both. Because what you're trying to do is indicate whether the C or the 1 is to be sacred. And the truth is, you only really need the row 1 to be sacred because it's filling down. So I can get away with putting in here, not this cell, sorry, but I can get away with putting in here dollar after the C, but we'll leave the C constant, and it will, if I fill down, work fine, and every formula, at least in the first column, is correct with just the dollar after the C. But I generally tell people, put the dollar before and after the letter, right? Because you're not that sophisticated at this yet, right? And you haven't done too many of these examples. The only other thing we see in this spreadsheet is the use of centering and merging. So please understand that this is the way you do it. If I wanted to type, hope you understand that this example is a complicated one, and I wanted this to be merged in several cells rather than fitting here, I would click on it and bring down, highlighting a bunch of cells. Then I would go up and I would choose the feature called merge vertically. You can merge horizontally or vertically. I'm going to merge vertically, and then what I would do is choose the feature to center both this way and to center this way. And then if I make the text a little bit bigger, I've accomplished what I wanted to. I put a sentence into multiple box using merge vertical. I can also merge horizontal and type, this example will get you to understand a bit about the dollar symbol in spreadsheet usage. As soon as I push return, it's going to mess me up. But if I want to merge horizontally, I click, I drag to the right, I highlight the cells, I go back up under my merge friend and I choose merge horizontally. And then if I want to, I can choose center. And now I've got myself, even if I make it bigger, something that spans those different cells. Okay, hope you understand this. Hope this is clear. If you do, you're in the top 5% of computer users who use a spreadsheet, because I've been teaching this for over 20 years, and there's a very small percentage of people who know how to use the dollar symbol or even understand what it means. All right? Take care. Signing off. Thanks for listening. Bye.